Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Mo. I'm a mom who works and is on her journey to reach financial freedom. On this channel, we're going to be talking about all things debts, budgetings, and savings. So if that's something you're interested, I'd love to have you subscribe. We're loosely Ramsey inspired, all while keeping in mind that this is real life. So without further ado, welcome to The Real Budget. Hello, happy Friday. Welcome to my second tracker of March. A couple things to ignore. My daughter did not want to take a nap, so she is watching a little bit of Miss Rachel. You may hear that in the background. And second thing is I ran out of my paycheck trackers, so this is monthly budget, but I'll label it later. So let's get into it. This is going to be the this is going to be the second paycheck of March 24. And I'm just going to put a little line through that so we know that this is a paycheck tracker. I have them laid out the same. And in case you guys didn't see my last one, I like to do this the Friday after we got paid. So that I can take a look back on what we did spend and so that I can better go off of our monthly budget that we created at the beginning of the month. So last Friday, my husband got paid $15.94, and then a side hustle came in at $57. And then we decided to take $250 out of our Alaska savings fund that we had in savings, and I will tell you why. But first, the total for this is $19.01. And let me label them real quick. Okay, so that was our income for this month. I'm about to tell y'all something super controversial. And this is like a learning experience for my husband and I combined. We're new budgeters. If y'all haven't seen my channel, we just started in February. We're new to budgeting, snowball debt savings, kind of a Ramsey inspired, but we did something pretty controversial this month. This week in particular, we actually took another credit card out. We got approved for another credit card. Now, before you guys freak out, let me explain. We are going to Alaska this summer. We're going for my sister-in-law's wedding. It's pretty expensive to get out there. It's expensive to be there, but the flights are very expensive. And so we saw that a particular airline company was doing a credit card deal, and we are going to be putting all of our regular expenses on that credit card and then paying it off so that we can basically book our Alaska flights for much cheaper than they were going to be. Now, the caveat with this is that these credit card companies don't run these deals for no reason, right? They run these deals because the majority of people do not pay it off in time, and they earn enough interest to where their credit card company is still making money even after paying your flight and your companion trip, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, just touched that. So we are going to try to be really, really diligent in paying this off. If not, like within this month before any interest hits, at least paying it 100% by the next month. And we already ran the numbers on that interest, and it's still going to save us money in the end if we do that. So I am sharing that with you guys, one, to help me hold myself accountable, but for two, so that you guys know why we're pulling money out of our Alaska Savings Fund and why this week we spent so much more than we made. I plan to pay it off in the next 3 paychecks of March. So, super controversial, I know. Y'all can rip me a new one in the comments if you want, but I'll keep you updated and I'll be honest with you on how much money we save or don't save in this. Let's get right into it. Fixed expenses. We paid our power bill at $142.88. Our gas bill was a whopping $250.22. I'm ready for warmer weather. Our water bill was $112.91. A small insurance policy that we hold came out at $21. We did pay our lawyer $300. And for those of you that are new here, this is not debt. We're just paying up to a retainer that she wants, that she estimates our, legal fees will be. So we pay that up until that retainer. Every week we pay $300. First Amex credit card at $447.60. Then we paid our Quicksilver card at $100. I'm gonna run out of lines here, so I'm gonna combine two other credit cards that y'all saw from my very first video as my debt confession. We have a Credit One Amex and a Credit One Visa. They're separate cards, but I'm gonna put them together for this because we paid both. And together we paid $90. We had some subscriptions come out at $45.61. And then finally, you'll know from my debt confession that we have an Amazon loan that every month we were paying $339.99. And I am happy to say that we paid $339.99 on Amazon loan, and that was our last payment. So we are done with that debt. I cannot wait to wipe that off and apply $340 a month to something else. So excited. All right, so all of that together is already $1,850.21. And some of these things we would have spread out through the month. Like there are things we're gonna pay, we would have spread out through the month anyway. Eating out. Our killer category, huh? Killer again at $221.47, but I will say, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the next one, well, the next couple. Groceries this week I spent $223.24. Y'all know I allocate $300 a week for that, so some of that can go towards this eating out, obviously. And then gas, this week I only spent $25.86, which is less than my weekly allocation too. The reason why this happened was 1, poor planning, obviously, poor financial skills, obviously, but 3, really mainly, I spent this last week doing spring cleaning. I was even down on my tile in the kitchen and the bathroom, like scrubbing grout for days on end. And so I ended up not meal prepping like I normally do, and we ate out more, and I didn't drive anywhere really. And then school lunches for one of our children, we put on $52.75. That's a little less than half of our monthly budget for that, so that's okay. And then I told y'all at the beginning of the month we had to buy a flight, not for Alaska, this is a totally separate thing. We have to buy a flight, it's just something that we had to do. I thought it was gonna be $350. We found one for $2,798. Guess that's good news there. All these added up is $860.06. Sinking funds, at the beginning of the month, I told you guys that my daughter and I needed some new clothes for spring. I spent $194.82. That's over what I had allocated, but I got a lot of good things, and I may sell some of my other clothes to kind of help make that difference. And then we did do our kindness category this week, and normally I don't really disclose to y'all what we end up doing with that money. I don't know, I'm not one to like give and then want praise for the giving. No hate to anybody that does do that. I'm not comfortable doing that. So I had allocated $50 for that this month, but what we did ended up costing $67.98. I did, actually I didn't. My husband got some things for the household. He helped replace some vents and air filters, etc. And we got that for the household at around $100, ordered off Amazon. And then I told y'all we had another birthday party to go to this month. So in the gifts category, I spent $79.91, which I had allocated only $64. So I did go over in that this month. And then y'all know I have a spending and a miscellaneous category. I'm gonna write down, I did pay for parking once this week at work. I'm gonna put that under the spending category at the end of the month, and it was $9. Savings, we did not save anything this week. Surprise, surprise. So I'm gonna change that to what we did do, which is positive. Debts, extra payments. I'm happy to say a couple things. I'm happy to say that our next lowest debt on our original debt tracker that we needed to pay off was our registration that we were a little behind on. And we paid that. We paid it, guys, at $300.40, which I was so excited to do because if y'all look at my debt tracker, it was $298. So we've already earned some interest on it, but now it's paid off and we're good there. And that's one more debt at the end of this month I get to scratch off. It's gonna feel so good. On that same note, y'all know one of my monthly goals was to pay off my Capital One S card. We just do not like the interest rate on it. Well, at the beginning of the month, it wasn't technically our lowest debt. We made a big payment at the beginning week of the month, and so we only had $256.13 left. And I'll be happy to say that this week we paid $256.13, and that one is gone too. So, woo, super excited. And then by accident, we made an extra payment to our bread loan at $89.13, or 46, sorry. $89.46. So in extra debt payments just this week, we paid $645.99. Now take that with a grain of salt because I just told you guys we took out another credit card. So obviously we had extra cash to be able to go ahead and pay these off. 2 of the 3 were on my monthly goal anyway, so it just is what it is. Only my planning for the next 3 paychecks this week is going to be able to tell whether that was a dumb idea or not. But I truly believe we've got a better handle on things than we used to, and I think it's going to be part of making your money work for you. I will keep you guys updated. I will keep the transparency just like I said I was going to. So let's add this up and I'll show you how much we are negative, but you know where that negative is. So we did 1901 minus all of those combined are 3807.97. So let's see, let me do that math. So we are negative 190697 for this week, okay? That looks terrible. When I first wrote it down, I actually wanted to cry. But I just have to keep in mind that these things were going to be spread out through the rest of the month. And we still have 3 more paychecks this month. You know, I think we've got a handle on this. And this is what I did to ease my mind and give me a plan of how much I'm going to pay on the next 3 paychecks, towards that debt is 1906.97 divided by 3. So that's $636 per these next 3 paychecks that I would have to put towards the new credit card to not earn any interest, which is very doable because these were things that we had planned out to pay. for the rest of the month. So anyway, thank you to everybody who has subscribed, commented, liked. It has been so fun to kind of get a little community started here. I've appreciated everybody's input. Like, I'm always open to input. It may not work specifically for my family, but I love getting ideas from everybody else. And then now that we have done this, I think I may do a little bit of bonus content next week and do a mid-month check-in of our whole budget. And I'll break down to you how much we're gonna pay on our new credit card every week. So hopefully it's at zero before any interest comes. So if you're interested in that, please be one of my new subscribers. And until next time, I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.